Hello everyone, let's do a quick review of unit conversions or metric conversions so that you can kind of get a refresher for the test. So to start with, let's go ahead and do a couple problems. So let's start with 7.5 grams into kilograms. So I'm starting with my basic unit. Well, the basic unit is a meter, a liter, or a gram. Those are our basic units. So that's where we would start if we have just that unit. So a gram would start here. But I'm going to kilogram. So a kilo is up here, kilogram. So I'll start at my basic unit because that's where I'm going from. So with my pen or whatever on the basic unit, I'm going to take a jump over to kilo. So that was 1, 2, 3 jumps in that direction. So moving left. So I'm taking my decimal, this right here, and I'm moving it 1, 2, 3 to the left. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm missing something here. I don't have anything, so I have to add a 0. 2 of them actually. So you'll notice that I always stop where there can be a decimal. It's not halfway. I don't move it to halfway between. That's just confusing. I want to make sure that it's always where a decimal would be. So my new number, if I write it correctly, is 0.0075 kilograms. So there's 2 extra zeros here now. So that's one example, and I want to make sure that I label it correctly because it's not grams anymore. It's kilograms. There are 0.0075 kilograms in 7.5 grams. That's how many there are. So that's this one. Let's do another one going in the opposite direction. So let's say I go with 14 meters into millimeters. So I have my basic unit again. I'm starting here. And then I'm going to millimeters. So milli is over here, millimeters. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3 in this direction. So moving right. So let's just go ahead and write the number. 14 doesn't really need a decimal. It's the same without it. But if I were to put a decimal, it would be after the number, because that keeps the number the same. I don't want to put it here, because then it's 14, or no, it's 1.4. So I want to keep it 14, so I would put the decimal at the end. And then I could add zeros forever if I wanted to. It could be continuous. So I'm moving from meters to millimeters. So that's 1, 2, 3 jumps to the right. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. I'll add one more 0. So my decimal is here now. I can go ahead and erase that line I made. So now my new number is 14,000. If I have 14 meters, that's 14,000 millimeters. That's what it's telling me. I'm just converting between units. So I forgot something again. I have to write millimeters. Otherwise, I could be talking about chickens or pterodactyls or whatever, so be careful. Make sure you have your units. Let's do one more for practice. Let's do something different. So centimeters. Let's go to let's do liters since we haven't talked about liters yet. Let's go 215.4, I know, crazy, milliliters, capital L there. We're going to change that into, let's just go regular liters. So now I'm not starting at the basic unit anymore. I'm starting at milliliters. So milli, way over here, to my basic unit, which is here, because I have my liter right there. So, starting here, it's 1, 2, 3 jumps. So 1, 2, 3 jumps to the left for my decimal point. It's always moving my decimal point. So if I move it 3 to the left, that's 1, 2, 3. My decimal point is here. Now to make it more obvious, I can put a 0 in the front, because now it's 0.2154, and I'll rewrite my number down here. And then I put my label, liters. So in 0.2154 liters, there are 215.4 milliliters. That's what it's telling me, which is kind of cool. I'm just converting between units, and this is useful because if I'm using a smaller scale or a much larger scale, I can convert between them. So that's our quick lesson, quick review on unit conversions. Good luck.